Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jerry Opoka, and in today's video we are going to speak about spirit. We are spirit beings living a physical existence or experience. We are spirit beings living a human experience. We've had that said so many times. We've had it in church. We've had them say to us that when we die, the body dies but the spirit lives. We've had them say that God knew us before we were formed and he will know us after this body lives. They were talking about spirit. What does that really mean? And how does that play into our everyday lives? So if this is your first time coming to my channel, you are most welcome. If you're a repeat visitor, thank you for the time. And if you have not subscribed, click that button and also click the notification bell so that you get alerted every time I put out content. I also invite you to share. These are my thoughts. I would like to hear what you think, how they sit with you. I feel very, very strongly about it because I know that this plays in how we behave, how we go through this experience. So I have some notes just so that I stay in line with the subject. We are spirit. What does that mean? Spirits living a physical or human experience. So our spirits choose to come to experience physical life in this plane on earth, okay? And we experience physical life with physical things. We have five senses that support us in this. That is the sense of sight, of touch, taste, the sense of smell, and the sense of hearing. Now, in sensing of these things, we have a mode of communication that relates back to spirit, what we are experiencing, what we are learning, what we are feeling on this physical plane. And that is thought. When we perceive of things on this plane, we think them, and that is how we communicate what we are seeing, feeling, experiencing back to spirit. When we touch something, we're able to say, this is rough, this is smooth, this is heavy, this is light, this is soft, this is hard, this is hot, this is cold. So we think those things, and that is how we relate back to spirit, that when I, Jerry, touch this, this is what I feel. Now, the thought is neither positive or negative, okay? It's just a thought, and we're just relaying back what we're experiencing at any given time. We also have another support on this plane, which is our conscience. Our conscience is like our compass for right or wrong, for us to know that this is positive or negative, that this feels good to me or bad to me. And what informs that compass is our belief systems and our value systems as individuals. Now, these are things that we pick up along the way as we are growing up. As children, our values and beliefs are informed by the family around us, what they believe, what they say to us, what your mother says, don't touch this, don't do this. If you do this, this is what's going to happen to you. If you behave like this, this is what's going to become of you. So those things inform our belief systems and our values. And you'll find that they vary. What may be good in my community, in my family, may not be good in another family or another community because of how they perceive it, where they are in their experience, and so on and so forth. So my belief becomes mine, and how I perceive it then affects how I perceive things and how I think them, and how spirit interprets my existence. So also in the conscience, our conscience, remember I said it's the value system, it's the compass for right or wrong, good or bad. That is contrast, okay? And this earth plane is purely about contrast. It's about polarity. How bad is it? How good is it? The contrast is the bad and good. Then the polarity is how far out does the bad go, and if the bad goes 5 meters out, that means the good can also possibly go 5 meters out, and then there are all the variations in between. So that supposed good and bad, or good or bad, is supported by entities that are assigned to us all, okay, to support us in that area. These entities, some call angels and demons. Because of contrast, they will not be an angel without their opposite, which is the demon. So they inform this conscience, or they form this conscience that we have, because they're always feeding back to us when we see something. Is it good? We will ask, is it good? Is it bad? And they'll say, they'll tell us, and then we pick what we think based on what our beliefs are and our values are. Now, it's easier for us to say, yes, we have guardian angels, or we have angels that support us, and people give examples. Oh my God, my angel was with me. Or when something good happens to someone, they'll say, oh, your angel is really working extra time to support you. I can see your angels. Or when someone does something good, they say, oh, this is my angel. We even will say, my angel worked through a certain individual to deliver something to me. What we never want to talk about is that we also have the opposite of the angel, which is a demon. Even I would feel like, do I want to say I have a demon that's assigned to me? I have demons that are assigned to me, because the word demon has really been demonized, or the devil has really been made into this thing that we want to stay so far away from. And yet the angels and devils, or the angels and demons, are part and parcel of our everyday life. We have to choose how much power and authority we give them over our lives, over our existence, and the things that we do. So the angels support us in giving us a high vibrational energy. What do I mean by this? So we all have an energy around us, right? And our energy vibrates at a frequency. The energy vibrates at a frequency. There's a high frequency and a low frequency. So angels support us in high frequency vibrations, while the demons really, I don't want to say they support us, but they drive, they aid us in experiencing low vibrational frequency. So the word frequency is I don't know if I should call it an oscillation. It's the up and down movement. So a high vibrational frequency, high frequency is up and down and fast. Whereas a low frequency will tend to stay about there. Like, it's just like that. It's a bit dull. It's not, spiking too high up. And if you just think about that, when you're vibrating high, or when you're vibrating at a high frequency, you're charged, you're supercharged, you're excited, you're bouncing up and down, literally like the frequency. You're happy, you are just good to go. You see good in everything, and so on and so forth. Whereas when you're vibrating at a low frequency, you are dull, you could be sad, and then the sadness increases. You could be angry, you could be feeling shameful. Basically things that keep you low. You don't want to interact very much with people, because sometimes they may escalate how bad you're feeling and things like that. So the angels support us in the high vibrational frequency stuff, while the devil, the demons, then support us in experiencing the low vibrational frequency stuff. And some of the high frequency stuff include joy. When you're joyful, you just want to hug everybody, you're happy, you feel good, a feeling of peace. You're calm, yes, but then you just feel like everything is good, everything is in the right place. You have clarity of mind, you reason better and things like that. You feel love. You want to just spread love around, and and when you feel love, you're kinder, you're more understanding, you're more reasonable with people, and you let go of things easier. Okay? You understand that people make mistakes and things like that. Whereas when you're in a low vibrational place, you feel guilt, you feel anger very easily, you feel shame sometimes over things that you've done, you feel sad, you feel like, you're left behind, like you're not good enough, you feel like people are better than you, and so you're less than. That is what happens when you're in a low frequency vibration. Now, the entities, how do the entities come into play in this high or low frequency vibration? If, when you're balanced and a thought comes to you or something happens in your external environment, you will look at that situation. Let's say someone comes and is mean to you. You will look at that situation and say, I wonder what is wrong with that person for them to have come to me and behaved the way that they did. You can reason with the situation and say, I can see that they must be coming from a bad place because they don't know me, and what they're saying about me is not true. If you are not balanced, if you are tipped more to the high vibration side, then it's also easier for you to then disregard what they have said and understand that it's not about you, it's more about them, and you may want to understand why they're saying what they're saying. And even if what they're saying is true about you and it's not positive, you will take that supposed negative event or negative thing that has been said and you will turn it into a positive. You will dwell on the positive part of it. Whereas if you are leaning more to the negative vibrational side, you will take that thing that has been said and you will feel like, oh my God, it's about me. No one likes me. And you want to give it back to them, stick it back at them and, aggravate that situation. Even when you move away from it, it comes back to you and you feel like, I was where I am because there's something fundamentally wrong with me, and this is where thoughts of despair come in. You feel sad, you feel unloved and things like that. So that side grows. Now that thought of, feeling like I can deal with this or I can't deal with this, or I look to the positive side or the negative side, that comes from the entities that are speaking into your mind. Because when that person comes and says what they say to you, you question, but you almost simultaneously answer yourself. And when you answer yourself, you say, it's because I am this, or maybe this person does not like me. And then the other side, the angel or the positive vibrational entity will say, no, that's not true. They are saying that because they are the ones who have an issue. And even if it's true, we can work on it and XYZ. So they speak into you, your positive and your negative, and your job or our job, my job then is to choose based on where I'm standing. Am I balanced? Am I more positive? Am I more negative? I then choose which entity seems to be speaking truth into my current situation. And that is how we then pick sides. That's how the angel and the demon play into our everyday. For every single thing that we do, we are always constantly and also choosing. So there's a verse. I'm not big on the Bible verses and things, but I know so many people who are, and I just wanted to say this verse that I found that speaks to thought. Now these thoughts, before I even read the verse, these thoughts, if you stick in a positive place for so long, that thought becomes you, because the thought turns into actions, it turns into things, and that is who you believe you truly are. If you're always negative, those thoughts will then become you, and they increase, and they actually manifest into the physical being of who you are. You become the angry person, you become the mean person because you think that is who you are. You become the person who pushes people away because you think they're pushing you away. So the Bible verse is from Proverbs 23 verse 7. It says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Wow. As you think in your heart for a long period, that is who you become. So we have to be very, very careful with the thoughts that we allow into our hearts, into our minds, the thoughts that we allow to sit with us for long periods, because they become the very fabric of who we are, and they become us. We become them. So thank you so much. I will be sharing another video soon about more about thought and how thought becomes us and we become thought, and how that whole thing plays out. How it then plays into our mental well-being, or lack of, for that matter. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, but also share your thoughts and views on this video so that we can get the dialogue going on how we live life, how we experience and perceive life. Thank you so much. Thank you. See you soon.